us. I'm now joined by Ashwani Dubey. You've been waiting very patiently, Mr. Dubey. Thanks once again for being with us. Is it not strange that neither India's stock market regulator or, for that matter, a high-level expert committee which was appointed by the Supreme Court were able to prove that some foreign owners of Adani stocks are fronts or alleged fronts for the majority owners? In other words, we've had both of these institutions, these bodies, our stock market regulator, also this high-level expert committee, try to look for this evidence. They've not been able to do this at all. Is the entire system fixed, as some would allege, or do we need to actually trust at least some elements of our system and our judicial process?
Just see, before few weeks back, one report came published in a newspaper on a foreign soil. On the basis of that, a huge cry started in the country. Matter reached to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, leaving all the judicial work, appointed a committee led by a former Supreme Court Justice AM Sapre, along with other persons. That committee did not find any fault. Our agency says that there is no fault, but still, on the basis of a report, that report which was published in a foreign soil, with the people who are with the vested interest, on the basis of that, the constitutional machineries are being misused. Point one. Point two, whom will you believe? In our agencies which are working within the constitutional framework, agencies which are amenable to the country's judicial authorities, agencies which are fairly submitting report and court finding those reports to be correct, or a newspaper report published by certain people who are against the economic growth of the country, who does not want India to become an economically strong. Third, in Rafale case, you see what has happened. In Rafale case too, the report was published in France by certain people. Based on that, you have also discussed, I have also discussed what Supreme Court says. Nothing wrong has happened. In Hindenburg, you see, in Pegasus, you see, on each and every time you find that a report has been published on the basis of this investors' money, which have been invested in a company's account. That investors' money should go, and company should, the company which has given appointment to so many people, company who is working for the growth of the country. Against that, these people are trying to make the comments which are biased, and that too which have been published in newspaper on a vested interest.
No, so let's talk a little bit more about this. Groups linked to George Soros, notorious for interfering in the matters of various countries. It has been alleged that he's been pushing these groups. Is the timing curious ahead of elections and G20?
Yeah, timing is important. See, on 7th, 8th, 9th September, all the country heads are visiting this in India. It is such a glorious moment at this point of time, selecting outrage, selectively making allegations, and also, you see, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if that matter if not mentioned in the Supreme Court, I have wondered, it will be mentioned by certain people who are acting at the behest of the people, those who are against the economic instability of this country. The misuse and abuse, all three things are there. When it comes to the use, then the constitutional machineries can be, the constitutional methods can be invoked. But when with the certain biased allegations, with the people who are with the vested interest comes and you misuse and abuse the machineries, then there is a question. Justice Sapre committee did not find any wrong earlier. CP did not find any wrong. So ultimately, we have to believe our agencies. What has happened in Pegasus? In Pegasus also, when Justice Ravindran committee said that you submit your mobile phones, nobody came forward and submitted mobile for forensic examination. Ultimately, what happened there?
Sure,
Hindenburg also.
Let me ask you this. The Adani Group is clear that the allegations are on the basis of closed cases. From a decade ago, the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence had probed these allegations of over-invoicing, transfer of funds, etc., etc. So it's not just Hindenburg and these allegations now, it's been looked at many, many years back. So again, is this not reopening something which has been investigated and ruled on?
That has happened in Rafales also. Supreme Court 3 judges bench has said that there is no no irregularities with the price fixation is concerned. There is no irregularities with the purchase is concerned. But despite that, those issues were raised. Similarly, the same thing in a closed case is being by the same people. Those, the allegations of whom have been found to be fake. And the committee has said in that the price rise was justified here also. Whereas the Justice AM Sapre's committee, the report has been submitted. Supreme Court has also not found any flaw in that. So at the closed case, which is being opened at a time when country is going to host the G20 delegation.
All right. Thanks very much, Ashwani Dubey, for joining us.